I'll share a story about how we started. Let's go back to 2013. That's when Username started operation. How do we start this business and where do we start? Where did we get money? Real estate is capital intensive. It was one of the biggest challenges to conquer at that point in time. The story of Username. We started way back in 2013 in terms of operation. The company was registered in 2010 as a side hustle to do a myriad of things. 2013, we came together as friends, first as two partners. One of the business partner name is Julius. We came together and decided we are passionate about entrepreneurship and there's a big opportunity in real estate. Remember, we met in a certain small hotel in town, somewhere in Tomboya, and we discussed for length of time, looking at the opportunity they are in real estate. Initially, it was more about construction and building homes. And then we later realized we did not have that capital to be able to do construction right away. So we decided to start with land. And when we started, we were looking for a project. We were asking, both of us were employed, remember, at that point in time. It was a charmer of a kind. So we asked ourselves, how can we be able to pull up our project? Then I had read many books about real estate, most of them written in the US, and one of the concepts I picked in real estate, one of the very important things to do is to do your research very well. This person was proposing, if you are looking for one property, you need to look for like 20 properties before you settle on one. So we decided we need to look for a very good piece of property. Location in land and real estate is so important. So we went around and we decided for the next 6 months, we are going to look for a property we can sell. And this is, we had met sometimes way back in 2012 and 2010 there. Can't remember the exact date. So I remember with Julius, we decided to go all over the city looking for shambas everywhere. We even did not have the cash at that point. We got 1 acre, went to Thika Road. By that time, Thika Road was not done. Plots in Kamakis were going for as low as 250,000, almost next to Tamak. Right now, they are going for even 5 million shillings. That was in the year 2011, around there. So we went around, we went to Syokimau. Plots were going for as low as 300,000. Remember very well. The one next to Tamak, 750,000. We also went to Kitengela. We went to Machakos. We went to Gong Road and many other areas. We're basically looking for property. We got so many. And remember, we don't even have a means of transport. Remember one day we went to Katani. We used a motorbike to go to those interior places. It was quite difficult. But we also went to Konza, and there's a friend of ours who had someone who had land there. And this was the time when Konza city was picking up. The government had just bought 5,000 acres of land. So as we are looking here, there's an opportunity here. If there's a city coming up, just like Nairobi, what would happen if you owned land somewhere in Westland? Because it was a few kilometers away. So this vendor came. The price of land was 5 million. That was the shocker of our life. And we knew this one was very impossible to do. So we negotiated with this vendor, and it was quite difficult. Remember, we met on a rainy day in Kitengela, and we didn't negotiate, and they agreed to first take a deposit. What we needed was first 3 million. So the next question was how to get that money, and it was organizing. I knew I would get into business at some point. I've been saving for quite some time personally. By the time, at that point, I had some good money. I had like $500,000 myself that I had saved for a long period of time, and $500,000 was not enough. My colleague also had saved some few amounts, but now we realized for us to get 3 million, we can't depend on savings. One thing we decided to do, because we were employed, when you're employed, you get unsecured loan facilities. That is an opportunity for those who are listening to me. So we went back and asked our banks the maximum amount they can give me as a loan facility. And I remember the employer was offering very good rates. So they went and calculated, and they had to give me the maximum amount. Remember, I got 1.8 million shillings as a person. My colleague was able to also get some amount. And that's how we were able to get 3 million shillings to pay a deposit. Once we paid a deposit, we did not have all the details, by the way. You have to start at some point and make mistakes along the way and find out your path along the way. And that's what exactly we did. So now we have made a deposit. The next thing, how do we sell this land? We negotiated with the owner, and they were able to give something called access. And we can be able to sell the land even when we have not finished paying, as long as we are able to convince our friends that we are going to deliver titles and we are going to do what is necessary. So after we have gotten the land, remember we are still employed. Now we decided let's wait a bit, then we launched the project. We did not know how to sell, and we knew the first point, the first people to be able to approach was our friends. So we are thinking now, what would happen if we bought this land for 5 million, all our life savings, we had not even finished paying for it, and no one buys, what will happen? But you need to be a believer. You need to be someone who believes in possibilities. One of the things I used to say, if they are not able to buy this land always appreciates in value. Somehow, the land will appreciate, and maybe we'll be able to recoup our losses and negotiate with the seller. So what we did, we decided to now launch the company. It was basically like a chama. And we met one day and decided we'll focus on our friends, we'll create a Facebook page, we start operating like a normal business, but it was still a chama or a side hustle. So we met one day, we said, now let us find a marketing mechanism. And I remember we met with Julius one morning and decided on the things to do. One of the things is to send emails to our members of our staff where I used to work. We used to, Julius also, interestingly, we were in the same university and we got jobs in the same place. He was also in Safaricom. And we decided this morning, I remember that day was a Tuesday morning. We decided, let's send this email. We sent to the groups. And we were also afraid even of spamming. I was afraid that I would be caught by my manager or the IT department why I'm spamming people. But anyway, that did not, it was just a fear. We drafted a very nice email about what you are offering, why you need to buy, the mechanism, site visits. We were just trying, we don't know what would happen. So we sent that email to as many people as possible within the company. I used to forward every time I forward. And I remember even my lunch breaks, my evenings were no longer the same. Because after doing my work in the company, I would have to take care of the operations of the business. So we sent, and interestingly, of course, the first site visit was that Saturday. We were so anxious because we thought no one would turn up. We created a Facebook page and started getting numbers. We sent SMSs to friends. I remember one day I even sent emails to all my contact list in the Gmail. My friend was laughing one day because I even sent an email to US, a police department in the US, one of those emails you get, because I was sending to everyone. Thank God that Saturday, when we had our first ever site visit in 2013, we had some people who turned up. Most of them were colleagues at work. Some of them were friends, and I really want to thank them for that confidence. There was a chama that came and we got a 25-seater bus. We basically had, I think, 16 or 17 people in the bus. That was a big group, and that's how the confidence came in and realized, guys, we can do this business. But remember, you are still employed and it was so difficult to do both. One of the things I know, all my leave days, they could not be taken just to rest. I used to take my leave days. Sometimes I took customers to site to handle business problem. My weekends were forever busy. I'm happy that I never used to work during weekends. So that's how we were able to start. But we realized it would not work well after some time because we were two and we were both employed. So we got these other colleagues, still a friend of mine. We met in the university, but we were in different. He was in Kenyatta University, I was in JKU. And he was still in the same church ministry, and we became friends. And then I realized he had also passion in business. He was very passionate. Another interesting thing is that his name is Joseph. He used to work in the bank, in the mortgage department. So he was very knowledgeable about matters in real estate. But most important, he was very interested. So we used to talk, share our dreams. Then I realized, and he also realized, maybe we need to start partnering. I remember one of the few customers we got in the first project came from him. And that's how he joined the company. We met. And one of the things we said in the beginning, we made things very clear that this business we are starting, one of the things we said, we know it's like a chama, but this is not a chama. We wanted to remove that group mentality and tell guys this thing is going very far and we are very serious. If you are doing this thing for the short term, sorry, you cannot join the group. But everyone agreed, and in 2014 he joined Username, and he was the first person to leave his place of employment. And from 2014, he was the leader of the organization. He's been leading the organization from that time up to when I resigned in 2015 and came, and then we sat down and decided to do management structure. I was made the CEO. Joseph is the director and also the head of sales and marketing. Julius is the director and head of finance and customer experience. Julius stayed longer in employment. He left in 2016 in June. Basically, we were living in stages as the business grew and based on need, but everyone was playing their roles even when they were employed. Therefore, you have to forget about your free time. You have to forget about especially some weekend events like weddings. We had to quite sacrifice a lot, especially on the social part, because that's the only time you can be able to actualize the dreams. The business has been engaging for that time. So in those, from 2013 to 2015 when I was joining, those are 3 years, we did that project in Konza. They had 42 plots. In the first 3 months, between our friends, we sold 30. And for the first time, I made so much money, money I've never made before for a very long time. Then in 2014, we did a project in Lekishon called Lekishon Ridge. That one was in Kajiado. Very cheap, if I may say, very affordable. It was going for 95,000, cheaper than iPhone at that point in time. And I remember it was quite a distance, but selling very fast. We sold that project in a month, and we were very excited. And then at that point, that's when we realized most people want affordable properties. The other one in Konza took long. Once we did 30 plots in 3 months, but after that it delayed for a long time because we were not able to market aggressively. So we decided now people want affordable properties, and that's how Username decided to shift focus, and we decided we must do affordable properties. The other thing we knew, the properties we are giving must be of high quality. They have to be in strategic locations. And the last thing we decided to do, we don't sell bushes. We have to ensure that the properties we are selling are added in value. So that's how Username kept mutating. So by 2015, when I was leaving, 2 directors, then the other director joined us in 2016, and that's when most of you came to know about Username as it is. It has been quite a journey for us. We have been able to do more than 5,000 titles that we have delivered to very many young people. We also believe most of these people will be able to build their own home, especially the young people in the next few years. We have been able to offer employment, like I said before, to 37 members of staff, quality employment, and these are very smart young minds that we keep bringing to our company. They have been able to assist us. They have been a pillar in the growth of the organization. Apart from that, we work with contractors, we work with surveyors, we work with lawyers, and many other people who do our jobs. And collectively, I can confidently say that we offer employment to more than 500 people, which is good for us. We have a big future as a company, which we want to pursue. We have been able, we were awarded as the leading property company in land and investment category in the last Homes Expo, and we want to take that lead, especially on the land segment. We'd like to also do construction at some point. Offer affordable housing is a big topic right now. And Username would like to influence and be able to capture every sector of the economy in Kenya and in Africa in the years to come. That is one of our visions, and we believe we'll be able to pursue it. So that's the journey of Username. There are so many stories we'll be sharing as we go along about how we have been able to progress. Stories I'll be able to share as Reuben, where I have come from. Maybe you're asking yourself, where did this guy go to school? How has been my life, my education? Where did I start? Which primary did I attend? Did I go through the same challenges that you went through when you are young? Did I come from the same background like you did? I'll be sharing those stories. Where did this all start? Have I been a business person all my life? That's another question. I'll be able to share experiences, things I have done when I was young, and my belief is you'll be inspired, you'll be able to take action, you'll be take my experiences and learn from some of them and know what to do. I would like to address especially those people who are stuck in a rut somewhere. Maybe you're in employment, you are stagnant, you are not moving, but you have passion and interest in business and entrepreneurship. I'll be able to cover more of this maybe in the next episode. How can you move from wherever you are, the point you are at this point, maybe you're employed and you are stagnant, to be able to move to business. That will come in my next episode. Thank you for watching my story.